Greetings, everybody. Greetings to you. I just gotten back from Cleveland. I'm here at my job today. What an adventure. And I mean that. I really mean what an adventure. First of all, I want to send a big shout out to the National Grand Master Tyrone Montgomery. Secondly, I want to send a big shout out to my dear brother and my friend, brother Calvin. Uh, Definitely a big shout out. Love seeing him. We hung out for a minute. Big shout out to brother AJ Jones. I didn't get a chance to hang out with him when I was coming. He was leaving. Big shout out to sister Lisa. Boy, she really saved the day. Gave me a ride to the airport. My plane was delayed. She came and picked me back up from the airport. Her and another brother. My hat is off to them in the hospitality that was shown to me this weekend while in Cleveland. Just want to say I had a wonderful time. And for those of you who are going to be popping up, I certainly appreciate you for tuning in. So today we're going to talk about uh, your light being dim. Why do you allow someone to dim your light, or why do you dim your light? That's going to be our topic for discussion today. Our topic for today's discussion is, why do you dim your light? Why do you do that? And and I could say this, I know I've come across individuals who are a lot more uh, intuitive, have a lot more information regarding Freemasonry, but you allow people to dim your light when you know you have the information, when you know you have what it takes. You allow other people to dictate to you and how you're going to allow your light to shine. And I would tell you that's the wrong thing to do. Never allow anyone to dim your light, be it a sister or a brother. Like if you don't know the craft, like if you don't know the order. And I understand, okay, you trying to be humble. No, uh-uh. Nope. Humble gets you nowhere. It gets you absolutely nowhere. That is the truth, you know. So as we get into this live today, we're going to talk about what it is to have Masonic knowledge, information, and having what we call light as we walk around with the emblem and the compass and stuff like that on our jackets, our cars, and things like that. So we're gonna have that discussion, that topic today, because I feel and I see a lot of people dim their light. They dim their light when brothers come around and they're having this conversation regarding Freemasonry. They dim their light. Brother, you can join in if you want to, brother Bates. I think I send you the um, the hookup to it, and if you want to join in, I think you have to press on the link and then you can hop right in. But yeah, so that's going to be the conversation today, because I've seen brothers, once again, who are very intelligent, who knows Freemasonry, but yet they dim their light. They taper down themselves so others can elevate. I'm not doing that. And you shouldn't either. Too many times we have the information, we know the works, but we want to dim our light. Don't dim your light for anybody. Let your light shine before men in the world. Don't do that to yourself. Don't cut yourself short. Nobody's coming to pat you on the back or give you a hug. Nobody's coming to do that. I watched Brother Calvin this weekend give a lecture on the Shriners' work. You know, he let it all out, in my opinion. Maybe he had more to share. I don't know. But the information shared was very useful for those who were nobles. Very useful. But sometimes we cut ourselves short. We don't give ourselves the opportunity to allow our light to shine. And then you have those who are in leadership, they don't want your light to shine. No, they don't want you to so-called show them up. Oh, he trying to show me up. No, brother, if a brother is intelligent enough to deliver a lecture and to be able to define what he or she is talking about in the chapter or in the craft, let that brother shine. Let that brother light come out. Let that brother do what he's supposed to do. Let that sister be who she should be and be the example. Stop trying to put people light out. Oh, he think he know this. He think this. He no. If he knows it, he knows it. If she knows it, she knows it. Stop trying to dictate how people should allow their light to shine. Stop trying to do that. Too many times we have those in leadership that does it all the time. They don't want you to shine because they're afraid that you may shine brighter than them. But we all should want our brothers and sisters to shine just as equally or brighter than us. No. That's why when people get to talking in regards to me, oh, you're not a Mason and you're not this. And hey, come on up. You're welcome to come and be a part of this discussion. Don't talk about it, be about it. If you think that I'm not who I claim to be, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And we can have the discussion. If you can prove that I am not who I claim to be, then prove it. That's all. That's all you have to be. If you think I'm a fraud, prove it. If you think that I'm not a Mason, prove it. And you can come here live and do it. I'll let you come up. I'm not the ones to shy away and say, no, man, I ain't gonna let them come up. No, come on. Have the conversation. I'm not gonna put my light out because you can't stand the shyness or the brightness of the light. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm never gonna try to outshine a brother or try to outdo someone who's equally yoked, who's equally aware, who's equally knows the work. It's best sometimes, even for myself, to sit back and to listen to someone who has just as much information as I do, who may know just as much as I do. I don't mind doing that, but I'm not gonna dim my light. Absolutely. Don't think about it, be about it. I'm not gonna dim my light because you are too afraid to speak up. You are too afraid to let your light shine. See, I would talk to any brother who's a Mason, who have gone through the rites of passage, regardless if I agree or disagree with their lineage or their star. I don't have time for that. If the brother action tells me this is who he is, his actions, and if it's in his heart, he's true to it, I'm all down for him. I'm all down for her. I don't care if their lodge is 10 bucks too large. I don't care if their grand lodge is named Hurricane, whatever Grand Lodge. If that brother or that sister is true to who they claim to be, and they can prove to me who they are, and we can kick it. We can do that. Don't let your life be dim because somebody else lights wants to shine, but they don't know how to do it. Don't do that to yourself. Don't cut yourself short. You know, I heard people be humble. For what? I'm not saying be boastful, but be humble for what? Because usually people get walked on. You know, people take your kindness, they take your forgiveness, they take all of that for granted, and they will step on it and they will crush it. All because you want to be kind and gentle and nice. It's okay. I'm not saying don't do that, don't be that, but sometimes you have to be able to stand up against that which is coming toward you and face it. Stop running away. Turn around and face it and have the conversation. I do it all the time when people come on here and they want to troll. Oh, yeah, come on up. If you're that big enough and bad enough to troll me, come live with me. Have a true conversation with me. And we good. But most won't do it, you know? Good evening. How you doing, everybody that's coming in? I appreciate you. Greetings from the UK. Brother Glenn, how you doing? Man, look, Brother Glenn, please tell your wishful master, Dwight Muhammad, I'm trying to contact him so we can work out a date so I can come because there's some work we have to do. I've sent him a message and I know there's some things maybe happening with the family, but if it is so, just pass this along to him so we can set this date so I can come and take care of the brothers there in the UK. Please give him that message from me, sir. And greetings and welcome to the live, brother Glenn from the UK. So we're talking about allowing your light to be dim or dimming your light because someone else's light is trying to shine. But what's happening is that they want to walk all over you. No, never allow anyone to walk all over you. Don't do that to yourself. You know, if someone can't pat you on the back for the work you've done and you know it was good work, pat your own self on the back. Give your own self a hug. Congratulate your own self. Sometimes you have to do that because it can get very hard and weary on a person who's doing the work but don't receive credit for it, who's really putting others out front, but they never get the credit for it. You set up everything nicely for your lodge, and then people come to the lodge and they give that credit to someone else. You are doing the work in the community. You are servicing and you're doing, but you never get the credit for it. Sometimes you have to claim your credit. Go claim it. Claim your credit. I did this. It's okay to say you did it. I'm not saying you have to be boastful. Didn't say that. I said claim it, you know, and don't dim your light. Let your light shine. If you got a compass and square on and somebody talk to you, ain't nothing wrong with that. You see this? Yeah, this right here. I get a lot of talk, brothers, I like that piece. Yeah, you want to have a conversation about that piece? We can do that. And they turn it over. Yeah, we can have a conversation about this one too. Absolutely. So I don't mind. I'm not going to let my light be dim because of you or anybody else. That's how I'm going to get it in. What's up, big guy? All right now. That's how I'm going to get it in. And I would imagine that in your journey as a Mason, no matter where you at, your light should shine. It's okay to wear a pendant. It's okay to wear the shirt. But if you wear it, be able to talk about it and be about that journey that you're on. Because everybody's journey is not the same. Everyone don't have the same books that you have. Everyone don't have the same ritual you have. That's why it's important to share the information, share the knowledge, you know, share it. It's simply okay to share it. I was this weekend when I was in Cleveland, I met brothers that had a wealth of information. I mean, tons of just enlightenment regarding Freemasonry and other points of views regarding the aspects of Freemasonry, things that I haven't thought of, or maybe I thought of it but didn't really go into it. But these brothers was able to enlighten me, and that's what I want to be around. I want to be around people who are going to enlighten me, people who are going to be able to share information that's going to help better me. But what we do is we don't do that. Some of us don't. I'm not gonna say all of us. I'm gonna say some of us. Those who are not ready to be enlightened, they get down, oh man, you full of this, you full of that. No, you're not ready to receive the information. You're not ready for it. This is why I try to be around people who have information. I try to be around people who know more than me. I try to absorb. I try to get the books. I try to do everything I can to elevate and to enlighten and to be just as a bee and be industrious. Be industrious. Absolutely. You know, and when you're industrious like that, you don't have time to deal with small-minded people. That's why it's important never to dim your light. When you walk into a room and the room is dark, your brightness, your that's in you, that should come out. There should be no question about your light that you carry in your life. It should be no doubt about who you are and what you represent. It should be no doubt about it. But some of us are just afraid. You're so stuck and you're so indebted to a particular organization until you can't even gather or fathom the necessary things in regards to being a true brother of the craft or a true Eastern Star. Some of you just go to your meetings just to go, but you don't indulge in the proper techniques of understanding why your lodge is set up like it's set. What is the use of those two stewards that sit next to the brother in the South, to the junior warden in the South? What is the usage of those stewards? We talk about the junior deacon and the senior deacon and how they're supposed to carry messages, but why such detail? You're missing the details of the works that they're supposed to be about. You're missing the details of the Tyler. You think the Tyler's just at the door, to prevent those from entering in the inner title, the outer Tyler. But when you really begin to look at that job of the Tyler, go back to Genesis in the Bible, and it talks about how God put two flaming swords at the Garden of Eden and why it was done that way. Why two flaming swords? You know, go back and check out in the various books of faith why they had the junior warden and senior warden, and why each one had to be sent to carry messages to the east and to the west. Why one was more attentive to those who came to visit and prepare them for the address and to make sure that they was well qualified and vouched for. Go back and see the interworkings of your degree work and see how it applies to your life in that journey, and don't dim your light. No, don't dim it. The sisters the same thing. You know, the sisters should do the exact same thing. Yeah, and that's me. You know, uh, I feel that sometimes that we forget that. I feel that sometimes what we do is we just go to the meetings and we learn the positions, but we don't really understand the positions. We just go and there's a book on the altar, not understanding why a book is on the altar, be it a Quran, a Bible, be it a Torah, be it your Constitution. Why those books of they call the volume of sacred law? Why? And when you find out the why, then you understand why you do most of the stuff you do. Most of us don't ask why. You just accept it. No, ask why. Brothers, for those of you who are becoming a Mason, ask the question why. You know, book Masons try to dim the light of brothers that actually are trying to live Masonry. Ah, he said, George said, brothers who are book Masons try to dim the light of brothers who actually try to live to be Masons. I'm not going to doubt that. I'm not going to doubt that. This is why, in the process of being who you say you are, your light will never be dim because you're actually doing the work. You're actually industrious. You're actually applying the knowledge that you've learned. You're actually taking that last working tool of a master mason and spreading the cement of brotherly love. You're actually taking the working tools of the royal arch mason, the pickaxe, the crowbar, and the shovel. You're actually doing the heavy lifting and digging. You're actually getting into it. Yeah, a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't come in and set up the royal arch and look at those chambers that they got to walk under and understanding what the captain of the host, his job is, understanding the first, second, and third veil, what their job is. How do you walk through those veils? A lot of people get there and don't understand why they're there. Oh, he's a good brother. He can come up. But he hadn't done nothing in the previous degrees. His light was dim. But because, oh, he's okay. No, he should know the works. He should have an understanding of why he's going into now the royal arch, the holies of holies, and understand the job of the high priest. And why, when the high priest walked into the tabernacles, there was a rope or a chain of some sort tied around his ankles and bells around his waist, that he had to be pure in heart to walk into there and see the Ark of the Covenant. And understanding you had the two cherubims that sit upon the ark with the two rods that went between it. And as he walked around with his incense swinging left and right, bringing the sweet scent unto God, into the holy place. See, that thing is a deep. This is why you should never let someone dim your light. Because when you walk into the holies of holies and you're carrying the incense and you're burning them unto God, the sweet smell of incense, and you walking around, you're supposed to be one of the most knowledgeable persons in that chapter. That's who you're supposed to be. So when you walk into the holies of holies, and then see, here's the kick. The reason you have those bells on or you have that rope tied to you, brother, is that when you are not right, you collapse, you die. Boom, and they drag you out because they don't hear you, they don't hear the bells around you moving or jingling. So they know that you wasn't right in your life. So you drop dead because when you step into the holies of holies, you wasn't right in your heart. See, it's in the heart. It's in the heart to do the righteous thing by a brother. It's in the heart to do a righteous thing by the sister. But what do we do with it? What do we do with it? We cast it aside, right? We put it aside. Hey, that's my opinion based upon what I see, based upon what I know, you know. And what I try to do is read books. I try to go visit. I try to interact. Because masonry is so freaking huge that you meet brothers from all over various spectrums in your life until you can see the beauty of Freemasonry. When you visit someone else, when you go and you fellowship with other brothers of the craft, you can see the beauty of it. But you can't see it if all you ever going to do is sit in your lodge room and talk about somebody else, or just you don't even indulge in a lecture to enlighten you. Every lodge, before it closes, in my opinion, should dispense light and knowledge to that brother, to that sister. Every chapter before you close, you should give a sister information of light of the sisterhood. The same goes for the brothers. You should not just go to your lodge meeting, come out raffles, dinners, and picnics and whatever. It should be information dispersed to enlighten that brother. So when he enters into another lodge, he has a good lecture that he can give. Whether you got it on your phone or it's in your head, or whether you wrote it down, you should be able to dispense light to another person. But when your light don't shine, and when your light is dim, nobody sees it. It's just like driving at night and on a dark road, and your light is dim. Ain't nobody seeing no dim light. But when that light is bright, you say, wow, that's kind of blinding. And that's the way you should walk around, sisters of the order, brothers of the craft. That's how you should walk. No sister should be walking around half naked. I seen them. No, I'm telling you, I seen them. Why you want to do that? Sisters, the way you carry yourself is of dignity. It is of a friend, a sister, a mother, a wife, a widow. It is of the dignity of a woman. That's why you're fully clothed. That's why your dresses come as long as they are in the order. That's why the sleeves come as long as they are on you. I can go where I can hit that thing. I can get into that. I can get into that. That these Star Wars ain't nothing to play with. But too many times, too many people get in it, including the brothers. You play with it. A brother was asking, "What I supposed to do as a patron? Learn the works. You as a patron, and I'm gonna get ready to go. But you who are patrons, you're supposed to be so well versed in the order of the Eastern Star until you're supposed to be able to dispense light and beauty to the sisters. You're supposed to make sure they're proficient in their work. But if you're not that brother, please listen to the sisters who are. If you're not that brother, you're not well versed in the OES work, listen to the sister who is. Learn from her. How is it you use that gift and blessings amongst each other? Oh, that's the easiest thing you can do. Be the example. You want to distribute that light? You want to do that? Be the example. I don't care what anybody says. Be the example. Even when you fail, get back up and be the example. You know? No, I don't forget anything. But damn it, I'm going to be the example. I enjoy masonry. I try to get everything I can, and I put everything I can back in it. That's me. Now, you, on the other hand, you may say, I enjoy it too. You may not put everything in it, but you damn sure enjoying the benefits of the brotherhood in such a way to you like, yeah, I like this. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, but you always want to be able to dispense as you receive. I want to be able to give it and receive it. A closed fist is never able to receive anything. A closed mind can't receive light. It can't. It's shut off. It can't receive that. You know, that's not how we do it. So what? If it's not how you do it and you go visit someone else, but that's how they do it. Learn from it. Learn from it. I seen some things I was like, no, that's not. But I want to incorporate some things that I seen that would benefit my organization that I'm a part of, my Grand Lodge, my lodge. Some things I've seen in my travel. Man, I loved it. I visited a lodge when I went to Louisiana some times back, and the brothers will open up, and the way they open up is not the way that we do it. But when I seen what they was trying to display, I was like, oh, we got to get that in. I told Wishful Master, I told Grandmaster Kevin, I said, we got to do that, bro. If it was more coordinated, it would have been beautiful. But I seen what they was trying to do. And I was like, yeah, let's get that work in. Let's add that to the flavor. It's always about building. It's always about building. So look, I want to thank everybody for coming on. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And if this channel has benefited you in any way, please share it. Share it. And if you ever want to come on, I'm talking about anybody. If you ever want to come on and have a conversation, email me. Email me at jgj at Yahoo, jgjafam at yahoo.com. Email me. I will send you an invite. You're welcome to come on. I'm not trying to sugarcoat or hide anything. Have a conversation with God because I enjoy it. So until next time, peace and be well. Whatever you do, stay out the bushes and keep your light on. Peace and be well.